Hey friends, so this week we have started reviewing our spelling rules for spelling with certain patterns. And the reason we have these spelling rules is to make it easier to spell words when we hear certain sounds and we might be unsure which pattern it might be because it could be more than one. So this rule is a perfect example. This is when we have a word that ends in that final k sound. It makes that K sound on the end of a word. But the problem with that is that it could be 4 different patterns. So there's a rule to remember which pattern it is, which is good because since there are 4 and they all sound the same, we wouldn't know which pattern would be the right one unless we know this rule. So the final K spelling rules are, the first one is the word ends in a CK digraph, making the K sound, if the K sound on the end is after a short vowel. So I put a couple examples here: duck, click, and stack. All 3 of those words definitely end with the K sound, and they all come after a short vowel sound. So I know it's going to be the CK digraph. And I went ahead and I coded that short vowel just so it stands out to you so you really notice it. D, short U. Click, short I. And stack, short A. So since there is a short vowel right before the K sound, we know it's going to be a CK digraph, making that K sound on the end. The next rule is you use a K on the end of the word to make the K sound if that K sound is after a vowel digraph, so 2 vowels making 1 sound, or after a consonant. So I have a couple examples here. The first one is milk. What is right before the K sound on the end? That's right, an L, which is a consonant. So I know it's going to be a K on the end. Took. What's right before the K sound? That's right, the O vowel digraph. Even though there's an O right before the K, it's not a short O. That word is not k, it's t, So I know since it's an O vowel digraph, it's going to be a K on the end. Weak. Now this is a homophone, right? Same sound, different spellings, different meanings. So this weak means you're not strong. You're not able to do something that takes a lot of strength. And it has the EA vowel digraph. So I know it's going to be the K, making the K sound on the end. And the same with sleek. EE is a vowel digraph, so it's going to be a K on the end. The third rule says if the K sound comes after a long vowel, it's going to be KE. And this one's pretty simple because we know if that vowel is long, there has to be something on the end of that word making him say his name. So it's going to be a K with an E after it. So the first word is broke, long O, magic E on the end. So it's going to be a KE pattern. Bake, long A, KE on the end. Spoke, long O, KE on the end. And hike, long I, KE on the end. And then the last spelling rule for the K on the ends of words is the C rule. And the C rule says that you use a C to make the K sound on the end of a word if it is 2 or more syllables, okay? So if you hear that K sound on the end of a word and it's 2 or more syllables, it could be 3, could be 4, it's going to be the K with a C. So I have my first example is picnic. It is 2 syllables, and I even put the syllable break to point it out to you. So it's going to be the C sound on the end. Same with garlic, 2 syllables. So it's going to have the C pattern on the end, making the K sound. Now this one can get a little bit tricky sometimes because what comes right before this C? That's right, a short vowel. Pick, ick. And our first rule tells us that if it's a short vowel, we want to put a CK on the end. But you just have to remember, if it's more than 1 syllable, put a C on the end, not a CK. Some other words are like Atlantic, like the ocean. That one's 3 syllables, Atlantic. So we would definitely put a C on the end of that to make the K sound. All right, for today's assignment, you have a couple words on your assignment page, but the ending is left off of those words. I want you to pay close attention to the words, and I want you to add the correct ending. Now, those words are really great because they actually code some of the vowels for you. So you'll be able to see, oh, this is a short vowel right before the K sound. I know it's a CK. Or, oh, I see a vowel digraph right before the K sound, so I know it's a K. Or, oh, they put a macron over this vowel, so it's a long, so I know it's going to be a KE. And then some words you might see are maybe 2 or 3 syllables, and you'll know it's a C on the end. So go ahead and practice your final K spelling rules.